This conference
clarification.
will now be recorded.
Any doubts or clarification?
No, sir.
Clear? Yeah. At least Nagalakshmi, you know the PPT preparation and other things. When I was joined first job, right? Even I didn't know that. Okay, I can calculate the sum in Excel, like whatever we do. So I say, for example, you have 80 or something, whatever you like numbers, right? I didn't know that I can do the calculation here itself. I was doing it in calculator. If I get it in Excel, like this. I didn't know this. At least you have very good already. You explained something in the assignment. Yes, you just go ahead with the same. Um, that's a wrapper, like that same wrapper you maintain. It's going to be definitely helpful. Okay, so we'll start the new topic today. That is banking. What is this banking actually?
Sir, can you please share
Yes.
your screen?
Oh, sorry. Banking. What is bank? What is cash? Like in college, it is simply okay. Purchase account debit to bank or cash, right? We used to do like this, right? This is what the journal entry we always used to write. Am I
Yes,
right?
sir.
Tell
Yes,
me the
sir.
difference between bank or cash.
Like if we purchase anything in the credit, so
Hmm.
it will come to like we use the bank account. No,
Okay. Yes, Nagalakshmi, what's your input?
bank is cash is immediate transaction, like cash and carry transactions.
Cash and carry transaction. Yeah. Nagalakshmi,
Sir,
what's your input?
sir, in banking, we try to pay
Hey,
instant.
Nagalakshmi, you have to try to speak quickly. What happens? You little bit drag the words. Sir, in banking. Sir, in banking. Try. This is the platform to correct yourself. You are speaking very good, but when it comes to corporates, you have to little bit clarity. You try that. Yeah, go ahead. See, don't discourage. I'm just trying to correct you. Okay, I'm not making you. I'm not pointing your mistakes. I'm correcting your things which is required for your future. I don't only concentrate on SAP because SAP is one of the skill you require to corporate. But what is your attitude? What is your the way of thinking makes all the changes in career. Yes, go ahead, Nagalakshmi. Yeah,
Yeah, in the sense the payment and we used to pay with a debit card, credit card. It nowadays we are in UPI. All those things comes under bank.
okay. One question I'll ask. Okay, what is Deepa said? Deepa said one point. I first take up Deepa's. Okay, Deepa, you said that immediate cash and carry. We use cash, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I go to coffee shop and I pay through UPI. Is it cash and carry?
No, it's a
How?
bank transaction.
Then how it's going to be cash and carry? And Nagalakshmi, you said something UPA or something else, whatever the bank check or something like. Let us talk about. Okay, so banks has
Like
come to the picture. Yes, Deepa.
like bank we can use, like for example, if we purchase anything, so if we don't have amount also, we can give a check and we can tell them after 10 days and 50 days we can give the money to them. It's not like we should have always money in our account. Like whenever we have money and we can use that.
Yes, I agree that.
And
But
also in bank where like we'll get the loan and other facilities, those kind we can able to provide the from bank itself.
if you go to 900, 1900, 19th century, Okay, did we have bank over there for businesses?
No.
Then was there credit purchases was there? Business was there. 1900, 1920, 1930. Business
Yeah.
was there. But was bank was not this much famous on the time. So like everything is going to. So
Credit
here,
purchase is,
yeah,
I
yes,
think
go ahead.
credit purchase is there. They are maintaining in the books.
Yes,
Like
then your definition what you said bank like we can give it check and we can take it. It was not happening in when the bank was not there, but credit purchase was there. Your definition is not going to be accepted, right? Am I right, Deepa?
yes.
Hmm? Let us understand this. Simple. First, please be concentrated because the next two topics which you are going to talk is banking and cash channel. The cash, how we maintain cash in SAP, how we maintain in bank in SAP. These are the two topics which you are going to cover. So that means we have to understand actually what is bank and what is cash if you are maintaining separately. That's what I'm trying to do now. See, let us just take one scenario. You go to the the difference between bank and cash or something. What I tell you. So go to the a business. What was happening before? Before means like if you go to before bank evolutions or something what we tell online, online and other things and all, like maybe check through check other things and all. If a business purchases something from a vendor, okay, so the vendor supplies the goods. Vendor supplies the goods to the businesses, and whenever he supplies, whenever the as per the payment terms, maybe immediately, maybe after some time or something, if he wants to collect that amount, he wanted to come to the business place and collect the money. That was the cash transaction before happening. If you go to 900, 1920, 1930. So what's happening? If you approach the business, that means business managers or something. So the business manager he used to instruct the cashier who sits inside the company. He maintains company cash. What is he is going to pay from the bank company? And there was no bank at all on the time. There was no concept of bank at all. So if a customer, if they sell something to the customer, if they sell something to the customer, so they used to go to the customer place and collect the money, or customer might come into the business and give the money, maybe after some time or maybe immediately. So the duty of a cashier here maintain companies what is going out and what is coming in, what is left with it. That is the duty of this one. This is the cash transaction. That means if a company do the any businesses, maybe immediate cash or immediate after credit sales or credit purchase or immediate cash, immediate purchase sales or something. His duty is to, as per the instruction, he used to maintain the cash of the company. How much came in, how much came out. He used to maintain a ledger for it. Once the bank has come to the picture, when the bank, the meaning, the way of bank has come to the business. Let me, what I do, I'll keep this here. That makes sense. Here, what's happened? The cashier used to sit in the company and used to maintain company's cash. Is it clear? Am I right? That was happening. Even I see in the 90s, 1998, if you go to 2000 or something else. So on the salary day comes. So there's a big queues in the factories and there's a big queues in the companies for the collect the cash, collect the salary. They used to put it in a packet. And if you might have seen in your with your father or something, maybe Nagalakshmi might not seen because the trend has changed after 2010. Specifically after 2015, 16, it's completely changed. But before was there was a big queue in the companies for collect the cash. The companies, the cashier teams used to maintain, put the salary to the pocket in the cash, and they used to do the salary or maybe like this vendor payment, customer payment. They used to maintain. But what happened now after the emergence of this bank? So when a vendor supplies the goods to the business, now he is not supposed to go to the business place to collect the cash. So the business will instruct the bank saying that, okay, so please make a payment to this vendor account. That may be through the instruments like check. Maybe now if you come to the online, I can write a mail or I can just schedule a payment. Okay, just transfer this amount on this day on this date to the vendor, or make it like if you go to like 20 years or 20 years back, the check was there. We used to write a check and give the check to the vendor. The vendor used to go to bank and collect the money. He was not coming to the business. Understand? He was not coming to the business place to collect the money. He can go to the company and collect the money. Sorry, go to the bank and collect the money. Or this one. Even customers, if I send some goods to the customers, if I give the sales and other things, I instruct the customer. You don't need to come here. You can instruct. You can transfer the money to the bank, my account, or else you can give the check and check the check whatever the check customer I had given, I can collect from the customer bank account to the my account. What you see the difference here? The cashier person was sitting inside the company maintaining his cash, everything. But the bank is a person who sits outside the company, maintain our account is one of the account over there. Like that, he can maintain multiple. There is no difference between cashier and bank. He is a cashier for my company good. He is a cashier for multiple company goods. He maintains our incoming and outgoing. That's it. That is the bank meaning. The instrument may be online, UPI, or else it may be in mobile, through NEFT, through RTGS, through check, through some other instruments. But he maintains one of my account in there. That means he says that, okay, I have received this much from the customer. I have made this much payment to vendor. This is the balance you get. That's the same thing was cashier was doing. Are you getting the difference? What is actually the bank and cash? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
This is what the difference you should have in your mind, clarity. Now, what happens as the trend changes, the government started instructing, because if you maintain through bank, there is some correct restrictions, there is no eruption of data and other things and to control the business and other things. Okay, what made, so I cannot like okay, for example, I cannot keep, okay, some sweeper will come to the office and they clean the office and she goes, and I cannot give her a check. Okay, take this check and collect the money from bank. I cannot say like that. Maybe now it may be the trend is later change. If you go back to 10 years back, at least 2014 or 13, 15, I know that because I did that activities. 10 or 20 or 12 other something, there is some cash. Now I can maintain UPI, that's secondary, but there's some small cash because I cannot give the small amounts check and other things like auto fare or something like that. For that purpose, what government and companies do, small expenses are going to be maintained in cash, and like there is a restrictions, like maybe in India now it's 20,000 rupees, more than 20,000 or 5,000. If you are doing many more than 5,000 or 10,000 transaction, it has to be do through the bank only. There is no option for cash transaction. If you do the below 5,000 or something, you can do it through cashier, cash this one. So that's the restrictions. But before that, this is the clarity from accounting point of view. If you get a cashier, if you say bank, both are same. The bank is an external party, cashier is this. We keep one GL for this. I keep a GL for bank GL. I keep a GL for cashier GL, cash GL. That's it. That's the difference. Yeah, like what is the cash left in office? Is I can see the cash GL. What is the bank? What is the cash? What is the amount left in bank? I can see the GL. That's it. Through accounting, we maintain the values in the bank. Are you getting? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we are going to learn first how we can do this bank activities in SAP. How we can do this bank activity in SAP, or else we'll do first what I maintained here. I maintain first cash channel, first banking, then cash channel. Yes. Okay. Let us do the banking. Let us understand how to do the cash activities in bank activities in how we can do the banking in SAP. Then we'll understand how we can maintain the cash in bank, cash journals in SAP. That's what. See, before you learn any topic in SAP, first you understand what is that actually the topic. Like fixed asset. What is actually fixed asset? What is general ledger? What is accounts payable? Then we have to know. We should know how to do that in SAP. That's the way you can understand SAP. Don't try to understand process in SAP. SAP is just a tool which give you the option to do that activity. If you don't know what is that activity or the process, then you cannot understand SAP as well. Now let us try to understand what is actually banking and how we can do the banking in SAP. Let us try to understand this. So in SAP, if you want to maintain, just assume that in our company, there's a two banks are there. There's two banks are there. Okay, like HDFC. Our company is maintaining HDFC and SBI. Two banks were made. If I want to identify these two banks in SAP, I should first parallelly create GLs for this. I want first master data, but because I'm going to identify the banks through GL. Okay, parallelly create GLs. So that means I create one GL for HDFC and I create HDFC bank GL and SBI bank GL. So for every bank in SAP, I'm telling, we do maintain three GLs. I will tell you was the reason why we maintain three GLs. You'll come to know that in future. Like for example, HDFC bank GL, we call this three GLs like HDFC main bank GL, HDFC outgoing GL, HDFC incoming. The same thing for SBI. So we are going to maintain these three GLs first. Let us create this. Why we are creating three GLs right now? Don't worry. Just it is required. It is required to maintain three GLs. Okay, remember. Let us try to create this and stop our sharing for a minute. Yes. So I go to SAP. So FS00. What is the group which I can take? I can take here bank GL. So this thing. First I created a bank GL before, like to do the transactions in GL and all. That's just a one simple GL which I created. I didn't identify any bank over there. A simple GL. But let us create a separate GL for three. What I'm going to do? I go to this FS00. Let me change the company code. That is so BI-21. Here I already have the banks here. Under this only I copy. I am going to create, okay, like this 230010 for HDFC bank GL. Notice here what I'm going to do. The first GL. That is first GL is this. This is 23, the GL account which I'm going to create, 230010 and 230011, 230012. I'm going to do the same thing for 230020, 230021, 230022. So what I'm going to do here, notice here what I'm going to do here. I'm changing this last number. I'm keeping the same number for this. What's happening? It's not turning. Okay. So 10, 11, 12, 20, 21, 22. That means the last number of this both bank account I'm keeping 012, 012. There's a reason for this. We discuss that later at the time of EBRS, electronic bank reconciliation. We'll understand that. Okay. So now let me create this. So that is first is HDFC main bank GL. 0 is HDFC main bank GL. In control data, okay. So that's as usual, but you should click on that's not now. This is the now common. Go to create bank interest, and here you should select G001 save the main bank here and save it.
Sir, is this
The second,
reconciliation?
no, I don't use that reconciliation right now. Okay, I'm going to explain in a separate way. Okay,
Okay.
that's because if I put that now, you don't understand the basic actually. That I'm going to, because that feature is introduced recently. If you want to understand that feature, you should understand this basic first. I'm going to do that later. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So right now, second one, 2301. This is actually HDFC outgoing bank here. But this one for outgoing and incoming, I'm going to maintain open item management. That means should maintain. This is the change that should maintain open item management. Okay, in FSW. This is the main change I'm going to do for this outgoing and incoming, and save it. Again, copy this same element and make it 12. Outgoing management is selected, and here I change the name. So same thing, I'm going to create S for SBA. What I do, I just click on this 20H. That is main bank GL I have created because it is not maintained with open item management, and I change the name. That's it, and save it. Second one, so I'm going to use open this one outgoing bank, and I create SBI outgoing bank. Sorry, the GL number. I'll change the name here. Save it. So now third one. The name. So now I'm ready with these GL accounts. See, if I can do the transactions only, I can enter this GL account at the time of posting. But SAP banking is not only posting, only creating a GL and maintaining the data. It has lot of activity internally. So that we are going to identify these banks, HDFC Bank and SBI Bank. We are going to identify these banks in a different way. That means we don't only maintain GL, only for accounting. We have other options also. That's the reason for each bank to create each bank, or else to create, to identify each bank in SAP. So three steps to be done. One is we have to create house bank, accounting key. That is, we call it as a bank key. Second step, house bank, and third step is account ID. What is this actually? See, first for every bank, we should identify bank key. That means there are three options, three things we have to do to identify one bank here, one bank account. What does it mean? The bank key means we can identify with 11-digit code. See, it like here for the entire world there is only three steps. Because in India we can identify the bank key as a IFSC code, but the same thing is not going to happen in other countries. We can modify the things according to the requirement. That means it's a 11-digit code. I can identify a bank here, and this is 5-digit code. I can further identify that. So this is also 5-digit. What is this actually? So for example, in India, in IFSC code I can maintain for that bank key, and this is the bank ID I can give. I can give whatever the combination within bank ID. That means a bank account ID. What is this account ID, or else type of account? Type of account means in one bank we can maintain multiple bank account types. I can have like OD account, I can have current account, I can have savings account, I can have something different, loan account, like that. So that we can identify the type of account in that bank, that is ID. That is account ID, type of account. So these two things will identify the bank and the bank and this one, the combination. So as per Indian things which I'm maintaining, I'm going to maintain IFSC code for these two, for bank key, and account bank ID. I can give something for the you can give one ID for that. For example, what I'm going to do for HDFC here, for HDFC I'm going to do like this, 11-digit code, HDFC 00001. 5, 6, 10, 11, like this I can give. Okay, for this is bank key for HDFC, and account house bank I can create like HDFC. It can be a 5 digits, it can be up to 5 digits or for less than 5 digits. And account ID I'm going to give like this. Okay, HDFC 1, or else HDFC M I can give like this, main bank, or else HDFC 1 I can give. Same thing for SBI. So these are the three things which I'm going to create. So let us do this activity. We do this activity in FI01, that is the bank key creation. House bank ID we can create FI12. Okay, and this one is going to be different. That means we are going to touch Fiori for this. I'm going to show you that what is Fiori and all. We'll discuss later. Let us move here and create the bank key for HDFC. FI01. Enter the country. Which country, under which country we are creating. Enter. And here you should give the name. What is this bank is about? This is HDFC Bank. I can give the region. Region means what, which state it is, and other things. The address of that bank, it is Karnataka, I'll give, and I'll mention the bank is Jayanagar Bangalore, Jainar branch. The city is Bangalore, like this, and save it. So that means I enter the key and maintain the details of the bank details and maintain. This is created. Again, I do create the same thing for SBI. So HDFC, this is SBI Bank, Karnataka, and I'll wait in Bangalore. Let me take Yeshwanthpur branch. Save it. Two things I done. Simple creation. After doing this, you should go to FI12. Go to position. Find out your company code. My company code is B-21. For my company code, I'm going to create house bank. After selecting this here, company code, and click on this house bank, go to new entries, and it's a 5-digit code. You already decided HDFC should be there. Its code is HDFC, and it falls under the bank key India. This is the bank key. So we are creating this house bank under this bank key. That's what I'm telling the system. Save it. Again, go back, or else you can click here itself. Next entry, and create this SBI. Enter IN. This SBI will fall under this SBI one. This is the bank key. This SBI fall under this SBI bank key. That's it. So that for one bank, for our company code, we created two banks. You can see that. House banks, two house banks we created. House bank entries, that is HDFC and IN, will fall under this bank. Is it clear till now? Is it clear?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Now, let us move to the creating account ID. Within that, I'm going to maintain a current account for both. A simple one account. What should I do? So select this first, HDFC, and click on this bank accounts. It says read access only. Just click OK. Now go to create bank account. Here, create bank account. Whenever you click here, system will take you to the new web page. That is, we call it as a Fairy. We will have a discussion on that in deeper. What is Fairy and what is that? All these things in future class. Just what you should do, you click on this. You should click allow. What happens? System will connect to the Internet Explorer or Chrome. Click on this continue on this website. It's a web connectivity of SAP. That's it. Fairy. How you are going to use this? You should use the same user ID and password whichever we used. We should use the same user ID and password whichever we used to connect to this SAP. Same user ID. Click here. User ID enter here and enter the same password. Press enter. System will show you one page. It's just like an application. We are filling up the application of the bank ID. What is that actually? What is the details of the bank account which we are maintaining in HDFC? So enter the opening date. You can enter today's date. We opened this account today in a bank. and the company code, we are going to maintain this for BI for 21. Whatever is marked in star, it is mandatory. You can fill up only mandatory options. So account holder, BI Fund 21 Technosoft Soft Private Limited. This is the account company, and the country is IN, India. The bank is maintained in India. You can select, or else you can enter directly also if you don't, if you know IN, India. And the bank key, do you remember? So for HDFC, we maintain this the bank key. You have to enter that bank key here. And the currency which we are maintaining here is INR for this bank. And the account number we are maintaining. What's the account number? Means the bank account number, not the GL account. The bank will give one account number, right? That account number. Like let me take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And description. This is the bank, or else what you can do, you can select the description. Not available. Just add current account. HDFC. And the account type, you can select current account. First one, current account. So what did I do? I did the only opening and what are the mandatory things, company code, which is using the name of the company code. And one second, please. Okay. Bank key and currency and all these details. Once it is filled up, please go to this house bank account connectivity. Click add. What I'm going to do, account ID, which I decided to maintain. My account ID is HDFC1, I maintain. So this account ID is a current account which I am identifying. What is the GL is going to be connected to this? So one GL, as I mentioned, for one bank we are going to maintain one GL. You have to give this GL 2301, this GL. That means for one this bank account, I am maintaining this GL account. Enter here. It's added here. It's going to be added here. And save it. So the bank is created. It will give you some warning. You can just ignore those things. It's added here. If you want to edit something, you can click edit here and you can do the same thing. Once this is done, again, what you want to know, right? Go back here. Go back to the home page. What is done, I tell you. Again, enter FI12. And go to position. House bank. So for find out company and find out your house banks. Now we have two house bank. If I click select here, if I click on bank accounts here now, you can see the account what we maintained in that page. So bank account number 1234556. This is the GL account which you connected. This is the bank key under it comes. All the details will come here. This account ID HDFC1. But it is not there for SBI because SBI we have not yet maintained. Nothing is there. So whatever the accounts which we maintain under this, right, it's going to be added here. So now we are going to do the same thing for SBI. So create bank account. Hello. Again, it will take you to the same page. Yes, continue. Enter the date and the company code PI Fund 21. and account holder BI Fund 21 Techno Soft Private Limited, bank countries IN. If you know directly, you can enter. And bank key is SBI bank key. Is the bank key. And currency INR, which we are going to maintain. Account number is, let me take 654,321. This is the account number which is given by bank account. And description, you can see whatever we entered first time, right? That is going to, it's not there. It's changed. Okay, I can mention current account. Account SBI and select the account type. And now after that, after filling up this, go to account here and go to add this account ID and select the respective GL. The GL which we done 230020. You can search here all the GLs, whatever the GL which we created, right? That will come here. So just go, you click on go here and you find all the GLs what we maintained in our company code. And here I can go to select this 2300 for SBI main bank GL. Once done, save it. So it's added. After doing this, you can go and check the account ID. You have to go back and come back here. So it won't come actually. You have to go back to the home page and FI12, FI12. Go to the position, SBI bank details. See here, we got the same thing, 2300. So that means we identified this bank, like this is the SBI bank and this is the account ID and this is the GL is connected. Why we connect the GL? It is just to collect the data of that bank. Well, not only in GL, we are going to use that codes and all for different things. Now, what makes the difference in entries we maintained? So one bank GL we maintained, but now we maintain the bank and then we connected the GL. So if I go to FBL1N, so I'll make one payment. FBL1N is the vendor details, the vendor open items we can see here. There's some open items are there which we purchase assets. Let me pay this vendor 120 rupees with a bank GL, the same GL what we maintained the previous way, what we maintained the beginning, like making a payment to the vendor. And another one I make through the account ID, that is like what is the bank we maintain. The two way I'm going to show you now. First I'll open one screen, make it smaller. Same thing, I'm going to open one more screen here. So now you have to concentrate what makes the difference here in the payment. One second. Here, what I'm showing now, I'm going to show you two entries with a different way. That the F-53, different banks, and F-53. So previously, like what we have done, we used to fill up the data, the same data, and like vendor payment and other things we used to enter. And here, so generally we used to select this 2300, the bank GL, without identifying any bank. We used to select this bank GL and select the vendor, which vendor you want to make a payment, which was the open item here, like 101026 and 101027. 1010 Arshita, okay. 120 rupees I want to pay. Here I fill the same data. But this time I'm going to select the bank, not only GL. Here, if you go inside bank, I find the two banks, HDFC and SBI. So which bank I'm paying? I can maintain the GL also. I maintain the same GL separately. GL also select. But instead of selecting the GL, if I select the GL bank here, okay, and enter account ID also. You have to select the account. After selecting the bank, the what are the account ID we maintained will come here in the account ID in the second tab. Now you enter, system automatically picks up that GL account. What you maintain. Okay, what you maintain. And enter here. And the amount 240 rupees. The bank, this is the vendor code which I am making a payment. That is 27. That means two entries I did. One is only GL I maintained, but here this time I identified from which bank I am maintaining, making a payment, and which account ID I am maintaining. So through that I am making a payment. Enter here. Also enter here. The same process. There is no big difference. Save. Save. Two entries posted. But what you are going to see the difference in entries. Let us see this. This 26, right? I go here. I select this 26 and I go to clear items. Payment items. This is what I paid today. 2906. Double click on this and go to details. This is the normal entry which I did. There's some house bank is there in the layout. House bank. How to change the layout? You can go here in this box. You can change the layout here. You can add. See, whatever the entries in the left side are those things which are already showing here. Like house bank, you can see last in the house bank, starting company code is there. Like this. These are the options which are available still. So that, for example, I want to add the vendor code here. I can push it. I can select here. I can push this side. It has come here. And if I just click OK, that vendor code will come here. The columns. This is how the columns can be adjusted. And I open up another code. Another entry which I just did in /n FBL 1N. I go to cleared items. That is another entry, 240 rupees, which I did for Naga traders. I go to cleared items. I paid this 240 rupees today. KZ document type. I go to layout. You see the difference here. You see system is identifying which bank it is. Here it is not identified. The bank ID is coming here. This will help you too for the reconciliation. Many things are there. Okay, automation, reconciliation, many, like a lot of connectivity is there. So identifying that bank separately is necessary for bank activities. But this is the difference. What we did, so before we maintain only GL and we used to maintain GL account and posting entries. But after that identifying bank GL, how did we identify it? We created a bank account key and bank ID and the account ID we created. For that account ID, we connected the GL. So that when I'm posting transaction, system automatically picks up the GL account and that GL account will come here, so that automatically it will become, so that we can identify the banks also here. This is the difference. Parallelly, we maintained the bank and connected the GL. Got idea what is actually banking?
Yes, sir.
Is it
Yes.
clear? Okay, both of you, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, why did we maintain multiple GL accounts for one account? What is outgoing and incoming? Why it is the purpose of this? What is the way of, like, why we maintain this separate GL account? 3 GLs. Why? So yes, of course, one GL has come. So do you have any idea what is this actually? Why do we maintain this outgoing and incoming? Yes, of course. Just I selected the bank ID, house bank ID. When I'm doing, I'm going to do one more entry so that you'll get an idea again. So with respect to this, if I go to open item, I have 101028 as 13,000. I'm going to make one payment here with the bank ID. FTS 53. I do the same thing. Okay. This time I go inside and I select SBI. If I select house bank, I also should select what is the account ID. So when I select this, automatically system, if I enter amount here, 5,000 rupees and vendor code and enter, system will pick up the GL account automatically. Yes, 2020 is the main bank GL account, one parallel GL. And when you have multiple things like you see here, you have multiple 30,000 is the amount is total I want to make a payment, but I'm paying only 5,000. There's 8,000 difference is there. So whichever the payment you are not making, we double. If you are in the blue color, it is going to be selected here for payment. If you double click on this, it is going to be deselected for payment. It is also discarded. Only 5,000 is blue. 5,000 we are paying. 5,000 is assigned, and you can save. You can simulate and save, or else directly you can save. So this is the difference. So why, if I am selecting the account ID, system is picking up this GL account automatically. And what is the purpose of this outgoing and incoming? Can you do R&D on this and come back with your solutions tomorrow? I want you people, because Shita also should join. That's important because this is going to be connected to different ways. It's very much important. I'm going to explain what is the use of this open data management. Many consultants do not know what is actually open data management. Do you know? So in this, I'm selected open data management. Many consultants, if I ask, okay, why do we maintain open data? What's the purpose of this? Many people do not know, but it's very much important actually. Can you do the R&D? What is open data management? And what is outgoing and incoming? Why do we maintain 3GLs? This assignment. Will you do it, Nagalakshmi and Deepa? And Arshita, if she has watched this. What is open
Okay, sir.
item management in FS00?
Sir, usually payment will happen in the bank portal, no? Like SAP is linked with the bank portal, no? Like incoming and outgoing payments and that.
No. This is we are doing accounting. We are not connecting to the bank. We are doing accounting. How we make a payment through portal? That is connectivity of bank communication. So we
Okay.
prepare a list and I ask them to vendor, okay, you will accept the bank, you pay all this payment to the vendors. That is connectivity of bank. But we are preparing the list here to whom we are making a payment. This is accounting we are doing. Hmm?
Okay. Okay, sir.
That clarity you are
Actually,
going
we
to
have
do. That's what. Yes.
we filled up some details, no bank details in the other link. We clicked on one link and it will go to the other page, no. So that's what I asked. Like how
So
it
that
will
is
be.
after maintaining here. Yes, it's a good observation. After maintaining here, that has come and sit here. That was here only. The details, FS, like if I want to, if I go here, what we maintained, all this came here. Just we went there to maintain the data. That's it. We did not connect to the bank account over there. It looks like
It's not
bank portal.
any. Yeah.
It looks like bank portal. Actually, it is just SAP web version. That's it. Okay. So it's not a bank
Okay.
portal. I'm not connecting to the bank or something. I'm doing accounting here. Whatever I selected here in the bank account, what I maintained the bank account number, GL account, it's connected here. That's it. It's updated here. Whatever I maintained over there. Got idea?
Yeah, it only for accounting, but it's not any interface between the portal and here.
Oh, that is the confusion you should not. That's a really good observation. See, we are not at all talking about the bank interface and making a payment. Bank means what? I'm maintaining a GL for that. I'm doing the accounting entries. I'm not talking to the bank here. Talking to the bank after making this payment entry in account, and I asked them, okay, clear this one. So I may ask them to do like online and send the connectivity. Okay, you have to make a payment to this. That is what I'm not doing. I'm just doing the bank configuration and I'm doing the accounting entries. Okay, be clear.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yes. So what you do? So we wind up today. Enjoy the match. Okay, at 6 o'clock. We have World Cup final. Okay, enjoy that.
Yeah.
And even have some meeting. That's the reason I close up so early today because I thought of going late, meeting later. I scheduled earlier because of this match and other things and all. So enjoy the match and we'll connect tomorrow same time. Not same time. We'll connect at tomorrow Sunday, right? 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. Okay. Not 11 a.m. Sorry, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. We connect at 12 p.m. Hmm?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Bye bye. Take care. And you have to come up with this solutions tomorrow. These two. I'll share this say, Excel. Hmm? And you have to
Okay, sir.
finish this also. Banking also you have to finish by tomorrow. You have to create at least
Okay.
5 banks, not only 3. You have to create 5 banks. Same way. This is your target for in one company good only. But to the banking to do banking configuration, please create new company code. Okay, and 5 banks. Make entry in all bank like vendor payment entry. Okay, you should do this. Separate company code for this bank. Nagalakshmi and Deepa.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Nagalakshmi, are you sleeping?
Yeah, no, sir, I'm listening. Sir.
Yes, okay. Good effort and come up with your when you're going to when can I expect your presentation on assets?
Sir, tomorrow or
You
today
ping me
itself.
when you're ready. You ping me in WhatsApp so that I can schedule that according to that. Okay. Hmm?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Nice. Thank you. We'll meet again. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.